Good to see you. Yeah. How you doing? Good. 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 Everything's good. Yeah. It's all right. I figured it out.
You did.
Yeah.
It looks like you did.
I'm happy not to be in front of my computer. That's for sure. It's good to be here. Okay. Hi. I'm thinking of asking you all to just say your name so I can begin to remember. I'm not going to promise anything, but I do want to learn your name. There's like a row of two tall guys and then a short woman behind. Do you want to move so I can see you? Do you mind moving for the third time? No, for the second time, maybe? This is musical meditation chairs. So tonight we're going to do a little something different. I'm going to ask you to say your name so I can start to learn your name. Then we're going to do our prayer. And then I'm going to teach you some pranayama in the Buddhist yogic style. And then we'll meditate. So that'll be the theme of tonight. Breathing, which you're already doing, but we'll learn some practices that are really helpful and interesting. And how many people here do yoga, like hatha yoga already? Yeah, most people at least have tried it, right? So are you aware that there's Buddhist yoga? A couple people not. Yeah, it's a thing, and it's a beautiful thing. And it all stems from the tantric tradition of India, and comes from some of the same teachers, Matsyendranath and so on, who really formulated what we know of as hatha yoga. But there's also Tibetan yogas that are very much based on the same premise of purifying the body through tapas, through pranayama, asana practice, which are seats and stances, mantra, visualization, and meditation. So Buddhist Tantra has those elements too. So we'll do some of that tonight, and then we'll have a sit, okay? So if you don't mind, just let's go around and maybe for fun, say your name, and then the whole room will repeat your name, because that will help us build community and actually learn each other's names too. So let's start over here. Jordan. Ariane.
Mary Claire.
Mary Claire. Kevin. Mark. Greg. Grant. Good. Aurora. I'll go maybe you, and then you. Back to you, maybe. Yeah. Walker. Say it again, please. Faeza. Beautiful name. Aaron. Ariel. Ethan. Reuben. Mary. Awesome. Chandra. Yay! Next week we'll do body movements with your name, like they do in kindergarten. Maybe that'll help. Remember. Okay, so what are we doing? Let's do our prayer. We'll do it. Let's do 11 times tonight. This is our opening prayer. That's essentially a prayer to Narayani, who is the goddess who saves us from samsara, the kind of downtrodden, those of us who are downtrodden, floundering or foundering in the ocean of samsara, call to Narayani for help, for saving. And ultimately, though, I have to break it to you, she's not going to come and save you. You know, that's not why. We're not literally calling to a real deity up there in the sky somewhere who's going to come and reach down and pull us out of the ocean of samsara. But we pray to deities in tantric, Buddhist, and Hindu alchemy and technology, you could say contemplative technology, as a way to kind of open the heart, with devotion, faith, in the hopes of, in some way, opening to the divine nature that's all around us and also within us already. So there's this dance of duality at first, me over here praying to the goddess or God or Buddha over there. But then that evolves into an experience of non-duality, where we realize that the nature of my own mind or your own mind has never actually been separate from the enlightened mind of that so-called deity. So in a sense, we play in duality for romance and devotion, and like bhakti yoga, right, is like the whole play of the divine love story. That's fun. Life would be boring if we didn't have that juice. It's good. But then we don't want to get stuck there. At least this is what the Buddhists say. Don't get stuck in duality. That's good and juicy and exciting and can fuel your path with passion, right? With love, with that energy. But don't stop there. Take the next step and realize that that deity that you've been calling to is actually yourself. It's you. And then experience that union with the mind of the deity and your own mind. You realize, oh, we've never been separate all along. That takes practice. I can say that, and maybe you understand it theoretically or intellectually, but it's another thing to really feel it, to grok it in a deeper way. And that's what in Buddhism is called deity yoga. I was writing about this all day today. I've been writing about this for the last few months, so it's on the tip of my tongue. It's an interesting topic because in Buddhism, ultimately, there is no God. I mean, Buddha said there's no God, right? He also said there's no self. So then why do we have deity yoga in Buddhism? I mean, if there's no God, why are we doing deity or God yoga? But deities are not what we understand in, monotheism or Judeo-Christian notions of God, nor is it like the polytheistic traditions of Hinduism or Zoroastrianism and other things like that. So is Zoroastrianism polytheistic, or did they worship the fire?
The sun.
The sun. Yeah, that was the origin of monotheism. So I got that flipped. That's not. Just extricate that, delete, cross out, edit that out. But you catch my drift. We're not talking about either lots of gods like Shiva and Krishna running around warring with each other. We're not talking about ultimate God with a beard up in the sky. We're talking about deities that are archetypes or expressions of the nature of your own mind. Okay? So it's really important from a non-dual perspective to understand that that's what we're doing when we're praying to Narayani, to Tara, to Avalokiteshvara, even, I love chanting to Shiva and Krishna. I have no problem with that. I love it. But I always do it in the framework of this non-duality, understanding of the divine play of duality and then the ultimate love story of non-duality, which is union. And that's yoga. That's what deity yoga means, is unifying, yoking, which is the same Indo-European root of yuj, yoga, yoke. So you're yoking your mind with the mind of the deity, which is none other than you. I guess that's circular. Any questions or comments about that? So I'm writing a book right now on the 21 expressions of the enlightened feminine in Buddhism, the 21 dharas. And I have to explain, what is deity yoga? Because at the end of every chapter, you're going to encounter a guided meditation to each Tara. And we have to do it within that framework of understanding duality and non-duality, the relative truth and the ultimate truth. Otherwise, we're going to reify it and we're going to miss the whole point. So I told you that because we pray to these different deities in this class. I hand out chant sheets. Sometimes we do longer kirtans. Sometimes we just do this opening prayer. But I want you to come and understand that I'm bringing this to you in that vein. Okay? Yeah.
I don't know if this is a question or a comment, but I've heard from a teacher once, I can't remember who, the idea that the deity, which is in a sense not real,
Yeah.
is as real
Mhm.
as we are.
Yeah, I like that.
Right? Maybe it was you.
Yeah, it might have been me. I like to say that.
I just wanted to get your take on that. I love that because it kind of
What is it?
keeps me from kind of fixing it in
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
kind of limited,
Mhm.
like atheistic framework. It's like
Good.
it just opens up that as well.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I'll just repeat for the online folks. So she was saying that someone said, and it might have been me, that deities are just as real as we are. So you appreciated that. That helped you not fixate on or reify the deity, but also you want me to talk a little bit more about what that means. Yeah. Okay. So basically, I never forgot that when I heard that. I was like, oh, okay. And the same is true for demons or spirits or zombies or goblins. I've also been writing about them because they're in the praises to the 21 Towers as well. The yakshas and the maruts and the maras and all of these kind of evil spirits, so to speak. They're also as real as we are, maybe not. But what that means, what that statement refers to, is that everything is empty of intrinsic existence, right? You are, I am, the pillow is, the microphone, the fake candle, all of it is appearing yet empty. It appears, but it's empty. What do we mean by empty? Empty of intrinsic existence, empty of a solidly existing separate nugget of selfhood, independent of anything else. That's what Buddhists are talking about when they say emptiness. That everything is an interrelated web of causes and conditions, of interrelated events, whether it's your mind stream, your memories, your fantasies, or your breath, or sounds, or deities, or yourself, or demons. That that yes, a deity can actually appear to you. You know, you might even have a vision of a deity. And that deity, whether it's in a dream or in a meditation experience, might speak to you. But even in those moments, somewhere, it's important to remember that that's an aspect of you. It's an aspect of yourself. It might be momentarily manifesting as an apparition or a voice or something else. But don't forget that somewhere that's an aspect of your own mind. In fact, all of this is an aspect of your own mind because nothing that you are aware of is not filtered through your perception. It's impossible, right? That's another aspect of emptiness, that not only is everything and person co-arising, interrelated, interdependent. It's called tendril. And it's pratita samutpada in Sanskrit. It's an interrelated events, everything. So that's true, but then add on to that everything is also dependent upon my perception of it. For example, everything that Chandra experiences is dependent upon Chandra's perception of it. Otherwise, it's not Chandra's experience. You see what I mean? Like, you're filtering everything through you. You might not see color the same way I see color. You might not hear the same way I hear. Right? So within that philosophical and also experiential framework, that's why we can say that deities are just as real or just as not real as you are or aren't. That doesn't mean that nothing exists. It doesn't mean that nothing matters. That's nihilism. That's also a wrong understanding. It's actually should give us a deep appreciation for karma, for you and me and ethics and respect and life, that all of this matters because it's all interrelated and interdependent. Like Padmasambhava, one of the great tantric adepts who basically planted officially Buddhism in Tibet. He said, and he was a Dzogchen, a great perfection teacher, master, and that's the tradition that I'm coming from, sharing with you. He said that people in Dzogchen, because everything's nature of mind, would say, oh, well, then it doesn't matter if I murder or rape or steal, because it doesn't matter if everything's nature of mind. If everything's an expression of my mind, it doesn't matter. He's saying, no, that's missing the point. He said, while my view is as vast as the sky, my conduct, my behavior is as fine as roasted barley flour, tsampa, which is, if you've ever had tsampa, it's like powdered sugar. It's really fine. So we have to attend to karma, respect cause and effect. Respect it. So, yeah, good question. Thank you. Anything coming out of that? Any questions, comments, observations? Yeah? No? Just a breath? Okay. Okay, so in that vein, let's do 11 recitations of the top prayer there, to Narayani. If you're new, just follow along. I'll start slow and then I might speed it up a little bit. But I think by, halfway through, you'll probably start to get it. The main thing is to just move your mouth. Just, be loose with the mouth, move it. Don't worry about getting it perfectly. The English translation is below. You can always read that on your own. Take a few breaths with the eyes closed and drop into that feeling of the play of duality and the possibility of non-duality within you. Merging your mind with Narayani, the goddess, the savioress. The great mother, Mahadevi. Sharanagata dinartha paritrana parayane sarvasyarti hare devi narayani namostute. Sharanagata dinartha paritrana parayane sarvasyarti hare devi narayani namostute. Sharanagata dinartha paritrana parayane sarvasyarti hare devi narayani namostute. Sharanagata dinartha paritrana parayane sarvasyarti hare devi narayani namostute. Sharanagata dinartha paritrana parayane sarvasyarti hare devi narayani namostute. Sharanagata dinartha paritrana parayane sarvasyarti hare devi narayani namostute. Sharanagata dinartha Paritrana parayane sarvasyarti hare devi narayani namostute sharanagata dinarta paritrana parayane sarvasyarti hare devi narayani namostute sharanagata dinarta paritrana parayane sarvasyarti hare devi narayani namostute sharanagata dinarta paritrana parayane sarvasyarti hare devi narayani namostute sharanagata dinarta paritrana parayane sarvasyarti hare devi narayani namostute sharanagata dinarta paritrana parayane sarvasyarti hare devi narayani namostute. Good. So now we'll do some joint mobilizations. We'll do seated variations of the Dasha Chalanam, the 10 churnings. So go ahead and bend your left knee and then if you can, put your right ankle on top of the thigh. If that's too intense for that left leg, you can also straighten the bottom leg. Okay? So this will get a nice stretch in the hips too if you can do it. And if you're in a chair, that's great too. You can sit like that. And then just start to rotate the ankle, holding the tops of the toes or interlace the fingers even between the toes. If you're not wearing socks, I think during winter most of us are wearing socks. And you can palpate the back of the shin, the calf, as you rotate. Going up to the knee and then making your way back down. Point is to stimulate circulation in the extremities. Did I say to switch directions? If not, go ahead and do it. Keep palpating. And then last time. And then switch sides. You can brace with the left hand, the left ankle, and hold the tops of the toes with the right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Palpating. Up and down. So we get to kind of do these quick, and we do about 30 in each direction for the feet. And really stimulate the ankle. You really want to get the lymph and the blood to flow up and out of the feet if you've been sitting most of the day. The fluids can get pooled down there. Okay, switch positions. Switch directions. Keep palpating and massaging, finding tender areas. Calf. Not very hard to do because the calf is almost always tender. Good. Yeah. Give your ankle a squeeze. And then stop. Good. Straighten the legs. You can shake out the knees. Good. I like to massage my knees around the kneecaps. You can bend your right knee and palpate behind the knee even and around the side of the knee with your thumbs. You can also palpate down the back of the calf. And then up again. Other side. Yeah. So see if you can dig your fingertips in behind the knee here. And then work your way down. And back up. Feels good. Massage the lower leg. Shake it out again. Good. All right. So now cross your legs in a comfortable cross-legged position. If lotus is possible in an easy way, go ahead and take it. If not, don't worry about it. Just feet flat on the floor if you're in a chair, or half lotus, or just cross-legged position. Okay, hands are on your thighs or on the soles of the feet. Now we're going to roll the head. Exhale, chin down, and then to the right. Take turning. 1, 2, we'll do 10 reps. 3, you can do small, medium, or large circles, whatever is appropriate for your neck. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Reverse. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. Let the breath be in the belly. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The bad yoga teacher joke is that this is like guarantee that you can parallel park as you get older and can move the neck, right? We don't want to lose the mobility there. Okay, come to center. You told that joke, Mary Claire? You're like, no, I haven't. No, you have. I know.
It's true, we're riding a bike.
You're like, okay, good. So hands on the thighs or on the feet, shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take the hands, interlace them in front of the face. Rotate the wrists. 1, 2. This is double time. 3, 4. It's kind of like the ankles. You really want to work the wrists if it's comfortable. 8, 9, 10. Reverse. 1, 2. Relax the ridge of the shoulders. Sit up straight. Gaze right at the wrists, right in front of the face. 9 and 10. Good. Now little circles, arms. 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember the tapping. Front hand taps the lung point at the shoulder. The back hand taps the kidney point, the low back ribs. Let the head go. You want to get some rotation through the spinal column. That's the main point. It doesn't have to be a big movement, but just something where you're rotating from bottom to top. And feel the breath in the lungs and the belly. I'm losing count. And let's do this last one. Hands down to the knees. Now circle the navel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then waving front and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Now, gliding. Take your hands to your knees, everybody. Good. If you're in a chair, you can kind of widen your feet so that the knees are kind of wider than the hips. Yeah, because you're going to be leaning. You're going to, from both hands on your knees, you're going to glide the right hand to the middle of your thigh. Left hand will stay out. You're going to turn towards your right. I'll try to mirror you. Turn towards your right. Then you're going to fold towards the right knee as you exhale. You get a nice stretch through the back of the left side. Inhale up. So this is dynamic movement. Exhale from the navel as you switch sides. Inhale up. You don't need to go so deep if you're sensitive. Exhale down. Don't rush. Inhale up. Slow down the breath. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last time, inhale up and exhale to your left. And then inhale and exhale. Glide your hands forward on the floor. Fold forward. Bring the forehead to the floor. Release the low back. Take 5 breaths here. Keep the hips rooted as much as you can behind you. If you're up on a pillow, maybe move the pillow and be flat. As flat as you can. Mm-hmm. Or just make sure you push your way back into the hips so that you don't tumble forward. Breathing in the belly, releasing tension with the out-breath. Notice if you have tension in the face. Let the neck go long. Breathe into the kidneys, the low back. Good. And then slowly with your next in-breath, come up. Now a little core strength, a little challenge. Even if you're not in lotus, it's fine. I don't know about the chair people. I think you can do it if you hold on to the side of your chair. So watch, this is the version with lotus. You put the hands down on the floor, thumbs are forward. And then you're going to exhale, inhale, and lift the hips and the knees off the floor and look up. Okay? Now, if you don't have yourself locked in lotus, that's okay. You can do it. Make sure you just lift the hips off the floor and get the navel to really engage. You can keep the feet on the floor if you have to. Yeah, good. But your hands should be like this. Yeah. So you press. That's right. Thumbs forward, Kevin. Thumbs forward. Yeah, like that. Thumbs forward, everybody. Yeah. And then try again. Inhale, exhale. Take 5 breaths. See if you can hold it. This is more interesting than sit-ups. Look up. Breathe. And then come down. That's 5. Okay. Inhale. Fold the arms. And then baha like a sheep. 2 more. Inhale. Shake it all out. Really shake the lungs. That's my earring. Exhale. Really shake it out. Yeah. Good. Okay. So now come back into a comfortable seat, cross-legged seat. If you want to be up on a cushion, you can do that. We're going to do some breath work now. Okay? AKA pranayama. Prana is the lung or the energy or the wind, breath in the body. So it's energy, but it's also the motility factor. Pranayama is to work with, to manipulate. So we're elongating and we're building the breath in this yogic breath that I'll teach you. This is a precursor to the Tibetan yogic practice of inner heat or tumo, but this is more foundational, okay? Because that's pretty advanced. The point is to be in a position where you can have the spine upright. Before we do the actual breathing, what I'm going to teach you is a purifying breath. And that is called the 9 purification breaths. It's also called the 9-fold expulsion of stale air. It's normally done first thing in the morning because it's said that, when we sleep, the lungs get kind of stagnant with the breath. I don't know if that's literal or not, but this is a cleansing breath. Okay, so I'll teach you the movements first, and then I'll teach you the visualization. The practice is based on the yogic anatomy of the central channel and the 2 side channels. Okay, this isn't something that you'll see if you cut open the body. This is subtle body stuff, right? So the central channel is said to begin just above the perineal floor in like a bulb. Think of like the narcissists that we're seeing blooming everywhere. They start with a bulb and then they grow up nice and tall and then they flower, right? So likewise, there's a bulb at the base of the spine, right in front of the spinal column. It begins right at the perineal floor, just above it. And then the bulb kind of sprouts up the central channel. They say it's the diameter of your own thumb, so your own anatomy, your own thumb. Goes all the way up and then blooms in a 1,000-petaled lotus at the crown of your head, right within the crown chakra. Yeah. That's the central channel. It's called the Sushumna or the Uma channel. Okay. Also called the Avaduti channel. So then out from the central channel, just 4 finger widths below your belly button and in, sprouts the 2 side channels, sort of like a J, letter J, like that. And that they come up for simplicity, we'll just say they run parallel. Some systems say they, at the chakras, they wind around the central channel. But we're just visualizing them leaving the central channel 4 finger widths below the navel and flowing up parallel with the central channel. These guys kind of curl inside of the cranium and terminate at your nose, each nostril. Central channel terminates at the crown chakra. Side channels terminate at your nose, and that's what we're manipulating when we're doing pranayama. Those are the diameter of your pinky, right? So they're a little smaller. Yeah, so you can look at your thumb and your pinky. Okay, central channel's about that big. Side channels are about that. It's that they're fine and luminescent. Yeah. So the central channel is where, when the prana, through yogic practice, visualization, and breath work, when we invite or allow or make the 2 side energies running in the side channels converge within the central channel, that's when we experience samadhi. That's when we experience meditative absorption, is samadhi. Yeah. They say that true meditation doesn't happen during day and night. And that's a little koan, it's a little twilight language hint at basically when your prana is running through the 2 side channels, you're not really in meditation. You're day and night, sooner lunar, solar lunar, sooner or later. Hopefully your prana will go in the central channel. Okay, sooner lunar, that will happen. So as long as we're stuck in duality, right? Me, deity, you, me, love, hate, black, white, we're not where it's at, right? So through these practices, we're purifying. And then after we do the 9 breaths, then we'll do some pranayama where we gather the chi at the navel. And that starts to coax the prana to enter into the central channel. Okay? Sound good? I figure, wintertime, we have to spice things up a little bit, build some inner heat instead of just sitting. Okay, so follow me. Sitting's great, but sometimes we need to spice it up. So follow my movements here. We won't get too in-depth these first 2 rounds with the visualization. We'll just get the movements happening with the breath. Okay. So we're sitting here nice and straight. Close the eyes. Feel the energy of the central channel running along the front of the spine. Feel the 2 side channels emerging from the central channel, 4 finger widths below the navel. More than seeing them, just feel them running along the sides of the central channel, terminating at the nose. Feel your body as a body of energy, not just a body of flesh and bone. Feel the breath in the body. Circulation moving in the body. And then, based on this, open your eyes and gently gaze at me because you're going to follow my movements. With the in-breath, raise your hands overhead. Exhale, lower the hands. This is called bringing heaven down to earth. Okay. As you lower the hands, you're going to make what's called the Vajra fists, where you place the thumb at the root of the ring fingers, press in there, and then gently wrap the fingers around. This is called Vajra fists. Some versions are closed like this. The versions I've learned is kind of like, what is this sign? Like, yeah, like heavy metal sign. It's got like the heavy metal sign, but the fingers are curved. Yeah, so it's not like this. It's like this. This is called Vajra fist. So as you exhale, you're making Vajra fist. You're bringing the hands down. You're turning the palms up so that you can place the back of the palms, at the crease of your hips here. And then you're, as much as possible, you're going to straighten through the elbows. Yeah. So the shoulders will come up, and that's okay. Yeah. If you've got a short torso and long arms, this might be harder for you. So, depending on your anatomy, it's okay. If you can't get the elbows totally straight, you can also glide the fingers down towards the knees. Or you can keep the elbows bent. The main point is that you're sitting up nice and tall. Ariane, is that Ariane? Am I saying it right?
That works.
No, you say it.
Ariane.
Ariane.
My mom calls me Ariane.
Ariana. Ariane. I'd like to see you even higher on your seat so that you could be see how I'm kind of like up and my knees are lower than my hips. Can you sit up higher so you can get your knees to go below your hips? Yeah. Yeah, take that guy. Good. And that might help you with this posture too. Okay, so let's relax. And we're going to do that movement again. Okay. So let's slowly inhale, raise the arms, extend through the spine, really reaching up. And then exhale, bring heaven to earth, making Vajra fists. Place the back of the hands at the crease of the thighs. Straighten as much as possible, sitting up tall. That's nice. And you can still put your cushion underneath that one knee. Yeah. Let's do one more time. Relax. And then inhale. Exhale. Vajra fists. Bring the hands down. Place. Now, sitting up tall, as straight as you can. Good. Chest is broad, shoulders back, but they can be up. That's it. Nice. Now, following me, I'll mirror you. You raise your left arm first out to the side. Inhale, raise that arm. Watch me. Bend, and do it too. Bend the elbow. Circle that wrist once. Place the index finger on the left nostril. And then exhale through the right. Palm is forward. Good. Then when you're empty, release the hand down, place it back to the hip. Other side. Inhale out to the side. Bend the elbow. Turn once. Place the right finger on the right nostril. Exhale. Good. Imagine that you're cleansing that left channel. And release down. Same thing. 2 more rounds. We do 3 altogether. Inhale. Bending. Circle. Place. Exhale. Cleansing that right channel. Good. Release. Inhale. Right hand. Bend. Circle. Place. Exhale. Good. The elbow is parallel with the floor. And release. 1 more round. Inhale. Circle. Place. Exhale. Completely cleansed. Feel, imagine that right channel. And the lungs are free of stagnant air. Inhale last time, right arm. Circle. Place. Exhale. Keep that left elbow straight if you can. Yeah. And then release. Now for the central channel. Inhale, stay with the hands at the hips. 3-part exhalation now. And completely exhale on that third. Let's try again just for practice. Inhale fully. 3-part exhalation. A third, a third, a final third. And let the navel push back, expelling the stagnant air. Good. Then inhale, lift the hands, exhale, place the palms on the thighs. And breathe. This final phase where you're just resting in the after effect of the practice is called resting in wisdom prana, purified, balanced expression of the winds in the body. Okay, we're going to do one more time. I'll integrate just a little more visualization now. Okay. So now with your next inhalation, let's raise the arms. Exhale, bring heaven to earth. Make Vajra fists, back of the hands, press against the hips. Sit up nice and tall. Then right away, inhale the left arm. Imagine you're breathing in rainbow light. Circle and place. Exhale, breathing out a smoky vapor through that right nostril. Then release the hand. Place it. Inhale, rainbow light, filling the body, every cell of your body suffused with rainbow light. Then place it. Exhale, smoky vapor leaving through the left nostril, left channel. And release. Inhale again, rainbow light, purified essence of the 5 elements, 5 colors, the 5 lights. Place, exhale. Now it's a little clearer, but still a little smoky as you breathe out through the right nostril. Release. Inhale, filling with rainbow light. It's like imagine all the goodness, the essence of the elements filling the body. Place, exhale, a little clearer. Left channel, a little clearer. Release. Final round, inhale, filling the body with rainbow light. Circle, place, exhale. Now completely cleanse that right channel. Release. Inhale, rainbow light. Circle, place, exhale. Completely clear. Cleansing that left channel. Release. Sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, rainbow light. And then a 3-part exhalation, cleansing the central channel. Smoky, a little less smoky, and completely cleansed. Push it out. Then inhale, lift the hands. Exhale, place the palms down, resting in wisdom prana. Now, having expelled the stagnant air through the 9-fold purification breath, we'll engage in a practice called the gentle vase breathing, the jamlung. Allowing the eyes to stay closed. Let the breath be in its natural rhythm. With the in-breath, feel as if you're drawing the breath in, filling the torso like a vase as the breath fills from the base, middle to the top. And with the out-breath, feel like you're pouring the breath out, like water emptying from the vase, top, middle, and the bottom. Do a few more rounds like that, just feeling The in-breath filling the torso like a vase of water. And the exhale, emptying the breath, like pouring the water out of the vase, emptying from the top, middle to the bottom. Keep like this 3 more rounds. Let the belly receive the breath, then the solar plexus, then the lungs, and the exhalation from the lungs, solar plexus to the abdomen. 2 more like this. Nice and slow. You can do ujjayi, the gentle constriction at the base of the throat, slowing down the breath if you wish. Continuing to breathe like this naturally, we're going to introduce a counting of the pace of the breath and also an inhale retention, a kumbhaka, the vase, thus the gentle vase breath. So we'll start with a simple count of 3, 3, and 3, and then we'll build up to 5. Let's all exhale together. And then inhale, filling the torso. 1, 2, 3. Holding the breath in. 1, 2, 3. Exhaling, pouring out. 2, 3. Again, inhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold in. 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. A couple more like this. Getting comfortable with the equal part in-breath. 3. Holding in. 2 and 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold in. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Now, if that's enough for you, you can stay with the 3 and 3 and 3. I'm going to invite you, if you're comfortable, to increase it to 5, 5, and 5, or somewhere in between, right? Whatever's comfortable for you. And then we're going to integrate a little bit more to the inhale retention in terms of the movement. Okay, so keep with the breath. All the while staying relaxed, making sure not to build tension or strain in any way. And if you ever need to, you just let go of the control of the breath and breathe naturally. Please take care of your body. Let's all exhale together. Then inhale nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold in, and this time let the chin drop so that you lock the throat a little bit. Then feel the navel soften out like a beach ball, and then pull up at the perineal floor like you're trying not to pee. So you're holding the prana in the body, the torso. Then exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold in. 2. Chin, belly, perineal floor lifting. 4, 5. Then exhale, smooth like silk. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold in. Stay relaxed. 2. Chin, belly soften, perineal floor lift. And 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, building the prana at the navel. 3, 4, 5. Holding. Let the chin descend. Belly soften out. Kidneys soften back. Lift the perineal floor. Feel the prana circulating at the navel. Relax the face. Relax the mind. Then slowly exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, inhale, refilling the belly with the breath. 4, 5. Holding kumbhaka. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last time. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holding. 1. If you can, even hold it a little longer. Really circulate the prana at the navel. Relax the mind into the belly as if you're placing your skull in your belly. Your mind is there. Lift the lower doors. When you need to, slowly, like silk, let the air leave the body. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Now relax and breathe naturally. Let go of any control of the breath and rest in wisdom prana, the balanced, integrated expression of the winds in the body. And we let that be our platform for a practice. We glide right into our formal practice now, the main practice. If you need to adjust, feel free to take a moment to do that. We'll do a length of a gatika, which is the 24 minutes period of time found within the various tantras, the Kala Chakra Tantra that teaches on the wheel of time. And 24 minutes is said to be the length of time it takes to circulate the prana, one complete time through the body. It's a good length for meditation. Just feel this natural arriving after the yoga, the chanting and the breathing. Just feel the mind and body supple. Let the breath continue to flow in and out of the body, smooth like silk. You may feel a bit more grounded, stabilized in the body. The tip of the tongue rest against the upper palate. And soften the lower jaw away from the upper jaw. Let the eyes be closed or slightly hooded. If you would like, you can use the gati, soothing the field of the body. I breathe in. Soothing the field of the body. I breathe out. Or simply feel that as you breathe in and out. This feeling of soothing the nervous system, soothing the body, calming the mind, relaxed and spacious. Soothing the field of the body, I breathe in. Soothing the field of the body, I breathe out. The field of the body is the field of tactile sensations, internal and external. Releasing distraction, naturally liberating distraction as soon as you notice it. Let it unravel, release, and then rest in presence. Free of grasping, free of distraction. Let the mind settle in its natural state. If you notice you are lost in thought, no problem, just release with the out breath, like a snake unraveling its own knots. When you release, the mind unravels of its own accord and settle back into that experience of spacious, clear, open awareness. Awareness is like the air you breathe, it's always here. Rest in that experience and stabilize in it. Over time, you'll be pulled out of it less and less frequently. In the teachings, they say, capture the citadel of awareness. When you taste it, don't let it go. Claim it and stabilize in that. It's like dropping beneath the surface tumultuous waves of the ocean into the quietude of the depths. From time to time, ask, who is meditating? What is that consciousness that meditates? Observe and then rest in that experience of awareness, of consciousness. Who is meditating? Can you find the shape, color, location of the self, the mind? Look. And not finding anything. Rest in the afterglow of the looking itself. Sincerely look. Where is this self, this sense of the agent doing the meditation? Look, not finding anything solid there. Then rest and stabilize that experience of simply basking in the flood of awareness that fills that space. Look and then release and rest in awareness. If you notice you're distracted, who's distracted? Look, not finding. Release and rest. Rest in awareness, like space, unchanged by the thoughts that arise and pass within that space. Non-reactive, non-oscillating between hope and fear, quality of mind, so liberating. Feel yourself held within the arms of awareness, like a warm, fuzzy blanket, embracing yourself with awareness. And let your tensions fall away, the anxieties melt, and that inner trust in the goodness, the healing capacity within you of homeostasis, the intelligence of the body, and connection with your breath in the belly. This is called resting in the womb of the Great Mother. Yum Chenmo, the womb of emptiness, the pregnant zero, the quality of being held in the warmth of the Great Mother. Merge your mind with that experience, like a drop of water dissolving into the ocean. Become one with it. And then for the last few minutes of class, we'll chant to Tara, a slightly longer mantra than we're used to doing. This is her classic 10-syllable mantra. It's not on your sheet, so just listen and follow as you can. And we'll pray for all of those beings around the world who need help, who are struggling for freedom and justice. You can imagine specific groups. I'd like to call in the people of Iran, the people of Ukraine, Uganda, Eritrea, this country, and feel the blessings of Tara spreading out like blessing waves in all directions, enveloping the world and specific beings with her power, her liberatory love. And join in when you can. The mantra is Om Tare Tutare Ture Svaha. O Tara. Be swift, O Tara, so be it. Om Tare Tutare Ture Svaha. 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 Om Tare tu re 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 svaha. The sound of the bell, imagine that any positive energy we've cultivated as a community tonight radiates out, emanates out, to all beings, filling all of space. We dedicate any merit for the benefit of all beings everywhere. Thank you. So the quality of dedication, it's a common element in Buddhist practice because the idea is that we don't hold on to this for ourselves, like if we've cultivated something really nice and juicy and good, and instead of keeping it all to ourselves, we offer it up. And in that way, it becomes infinite, right? Because if we keep it for ourselves, it's finite. The idea is if you offer it, then it's limitless. Like again, like a drop of water releasing into the ocean of good energy, it becomes infinite. They say if you forget to dedicate the merit of your practice, this is kind of like Tibetan contemplative stories, like you're a yogi meditating in your cave and you do like a good 2 or 3 hour session and then you forget to dedicate the merit and you get up and then you get pissed off at your dog and you kick the dog. They say that's you just screwing off all of your merit, the good positive merit that you just accumulated with one moment of anger. A moment of anger burns it up. So I don't know. Do we have to take that literally? Maybe not. I'd like to believe it doesn't, being somebody who gets prone towards anger sometimes, especially towards my kids. I'd like to think that it's not literal, but think about it, anger is burning, it's kind of burns things up a little bit, can be a little toxic. So it's okay if you get angry, but dedicate the merit and then you don't have to worry about it. It's a good way to generate generosity too, generous heart. Yeah. I love the whole approach of like, if you experience wealth or abundance or pleasure or something good comes in your life, rather than thinking, oh, good, I got it. I finally got it. Yes. Think, oh, this is so fabulous. I hope that all beings get to experience this, may it increase a millionfold, that kind of abundant mentality of like, oh, I found the love of my life. I hope all beings find the love of their life. Celebrate that. Don't just hold it for yourself. My friend taught me in terms of the law of attraction. She said, one time I gave her like a $20 bill. I don't know, paying her back for something. I gave it to her, folded up, kind of crinkled, and, not the normal side up, the other side. It's kind of funky. She's like, let me tell you something. Take it back, undo it, make it nice and crisp, and then put the George Washington or who's on the $20 bill, top side up, and then give it to me again and think as you give it to me, may this increase a millionfold, like, I never forgot that, it's that type of thing. We dedicate the merit, we offer it up, and may it multiply a millionfold. So, all right, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Thanks for coming on out. And we'll see you next week. Okay, a couple things. I want you to follow me on Instagram because I am going to update things, right? Every week, it's going to be a little different, Like, for example, next Tuesday, I'll have some friends come. We'll play music. So it's going to be a bit more kirtan. Whereas tonight, we did some pranayama and a little more of that. So I will update, next time we do Feeding Your Demons. I don't know if Alembic's going to be on it, if they're going to update things. I don't want to have to rely on them. I know I will do it. So my Instagram is at Lopön Chandra, Lopon, it just means teacher, Chandra, Chandra. Easy to find, just search me, Chandra Easton or Lopön Chandra. And if you follow me, then you'll see, okay, tonight we're going to have kirtan. I love kirtan. I'll bring 10 of my friends. Or, I don't like kirtan so much. Maybe I'll stay home. Like that way you'll be in the know. Because some days I also want to do a little more yoga. So I might post and say, we'll do a little longer yoga session. So make sure you don't wear jeans, like stuff like that. Then, what was I going to say? Next week is December 6th, right? That's our kirtan night. So I've got some band members coming. We've got a tabla player, Kevin on bass and guitar, me on harmonium, and Genevieve on the violin. So we're going to have a more robust chanting evening. So we'll meditate and we'll chant. And then the Tuesday after, Michael Taft will sub. I'll be out of town. Okay? He's a fine teacher. He teaches Tuesday nights. I'm sure many of you know him. Wonderful, wonderful teacher. So I think that's it for announcements for now. Emily, do we need to say anything to people?
It seems like they have a new email system for notifying what's going on for the week. So if you're not signed up for the email list, that's a good way
Great.
to say, I got a weekly email I've never gotten before today.
Me too.
So
Or today, yesterday.
there's a new method of getting the word out.
Good. Great. Anything else? Anyone? So I'll sit here for a few more minutes. I know there's also tea if you want to hang out and have tea and talk to each other. If you have a question for me, you can come up to me. I'll sit here for a little bit longer. Okay? Take care. Good night.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Mary Claire. Oh, good. Oh, good. Yay. I know tonight felt good with all the breathing. Everything. Good. Yeah. This reminds me of Thich Nhat Hanh. He'd do the beautiful singing with the bell.